Not a lot of people know that, but I used to be a horrible, awkward social dancer. I would avoid going out at all costs. And not only I was able to learn successfully, I'm now blessed to be helping thousands of adults do the same, achieve their dance goals. But what took me 3 years, they're able to do in around 3 months. In today's video, I will break down my 5-step method that will allow you to be able to dance at any party, and you can start applying it even today. And just so you can imagine like what's possible, this was my student Taylor before we started to apply those 5 steps, and this is her just 7 weeks later. I wish I had those results for myself. If you're a socially active adult who is just tired of avoiding the dance floor and quite honestly feeling left out at every party that you attend, feel free to book a free consultation with me. I will include the link below in the top comment as well as the top of the description. You don't have to do this by yourself. You can join hundreds of my clients currently learning in my online program, and I'll be sure to help you as well. All right, let's jump into the video and my 5-step method. A little bit of backstory of how I started, why I started learning how to dance, and why it took me so damn long. First of all, like I said, I was an awful dancer. I'm the type of person who, if I cannot do something well, I would rather not do it. So I didn't even want to go to my own prom. This is a true story. My friends actually came to my house and dragged me out of my house to attend my prom. It's embarrassing, but listen, thanks to this and what I've been through, I knew that I want to help others. I don't want anyone feel like that because it's a crappy feeling. At first, avoiding those social events helped a little bit, but not quite, because I still felt like crap sitting at home knowing that all my friends are enjoying themselves dancing at parties. And after a while, what happened is my friends just stopped inviting me because they knew I'm going to just say no. So I first started to learn by myself, like we all do. But after some time, I wasn't seeing the progress that I wanted to see. So I decided to seek help from professionals. And I took a ton of dance classes. In year 2006, which was my most intensive year, I took over 800 group dance classes 1 year. And then I continued after that. Well, dance classes focus on different things, right? They focus on teaching you the dance moves or learning the dance moves. It's not a full picture, but I already knew a lot of moves. I had a lot of them memorized, but still I wasn't able to do them at parties. I wasn't able to bring them outside of the class. So I thought I was doing something wrong, because who takes that many classes and pays so much money and is still not able to dance when they go out? It doesn't make any sense. But I wasn't doing anything wrong. The teachers kind of were. In all of my dance classes, I was taught choreography, because what happens in a dance class is you have usually a teacher teaching you a routine that you have to memorize, and it's a sequence of steps, usually about 30 seconds to 1 minute long, that you have to remember. And then I realized that learning choreography and expecting to be good at dancing in social situations, it's kind of like learning how to play drums and expecting you'll be good at playing guitar. Both are instruments, but totally different. Party dancing is totally different than choreographed dancing. It's actually the opposite. For party dancing, that means not only you have to know the dance moves, but you also have to know how to improvise using them. You have to know how to create new transitions on the spot. You do one move and then right away you should know what to do next. You want to be able to create different versions of the movement that you're doing, maybe by adding something to it or changing one body part. And everything is spontaneous. Everything is done on the spot with no preparation. In a dance class, you are learning a sequence of steps that are already put in certain order for you, and that never changes. So you always do transitions between the same movements, and the choreographed routine is usually prepared for one specific song. That means you won't be able to apply it to all kinds of different songs that you hear at a party. It only matches that one that it was created for. And did you know that lots of dancers, even professional dancers who are great at performing choreography, they actually suck at freestyle, at party dancing? They do it, but they don't look that great. I know many dancers myself that just were not comfortable freestyle dancing. They were not comfortable improvising. Even one of my clients, Michael, he observed that when he went out with his friend who was a professional hip-hop dancer, while Michael got compliments on his freestyle skills, the friend was not comfortable dancing at all and she just swayed all night. If you want to be good at party dancing, at freestyle dancing, you will do this in this particular order. Number 1, start simple. 2, freestyle before you feel ready. 3, introduce new moves gradually. 4, focus on what you do and not how you look. And 5, add highlights. Okay, let's see what each of those steps mean. But again, if you want to know how to apply this strategy to your situation specifically, book a call with me. The link is below. It's a complimentary call. You're not losing anything. I'll put the link below this video in description and in the top comment, and hopefully we can work together and get you the results that you wanted. Number 1, start with simple, boring moves. We're not going to start with, I don't know, movements like this, because they might look kind of cool, but remember that advanced moves only look good on advanced dancers. So to build the skills, to build your movement repertoire, we have to start with the fundamental dance movements. You can still make it engaging for yourself. So let's say maybe you don't like footwork so much, you don't want to do all of that. Maybe you like how smoothly the hips are moving, or like if you're watching someone, you like how they are able to move the hips. It looks super sensual and sexy. So then, instead of focusing on footwork and basic footwork moves, just focus on basic hip moves. It still will be engaging, you'll still enjoy what you're learning, and you gradually will build the complexity of these movements. So it's totally okay to start with like the body part that you like. Number 2, freestyle before you feel ready. Big mistake a lot of beginners make is practicing only individual moves here and there. But remember that you want to be able to put everything together spontaneously on the spot, because when you're at a party, when you're on the dance floor, this is exactly what you're expected to be able to do. So in order to prepare for it, that's how you have to practice. And just being able to spontaneously, connect the movements, that means you have to know how to freestyle. And freestyling is not going to happen spontaneously when you're on the dance floor. If all you've been doing up until the party, let's say, is practicing only individual moves, okay? It's not going to magically, you won't be able to all of a sudden know how to improvise when you're at a party. It starts at home when you're practicing. Any moves you know, even if it's just 3 or 4, yes, first practice them separately, but then as soon as possible, practice transitions between them, random transitions. Don't memorize a sequence, because no one is doing choreographed dancing at a party. You want to be able to switch them up spontaneously. My client May here, she learned a few moves and she's already able to transition between them. The transitions are not perfect, they will get better over time, but at least she's doing it, she's practicing, she's able to make those spontaneous connections. Number 3, introduce new movements gradually. I would not focus on trying to memorize 10 moves per week. If you're just starting out, it's way too many, it's overwhelming. Focus on maybe 2, maybe 3. It all depends on how much time you have and the complexity of the movements, of course. But if it's just basic movements, then I think 2 or 3 is a good start. And you can always adjust later from there. A lot of beginners don't realize it, but the more new moves you include in one song, the worse your dancing will look. I know it seems weird, but it's true, because think about it. New movements will require more brain power. You're going to have to think about how you're doing them as you're doing them. The body is not used to them yet. And every time we think about what we're doing, it's going to show. We're not going to look comfortable. So the more new moves you include in your freestyle when you dance to, let's say, one song, the more uncomfortable you're going to look. We don't want that. That's why it's so important to introduce new movements gradually. Number 4, focus on what you do and not how you look. Meaning, practice, practice, practice. Who cares that you're not going to look good? When you're starting out and learning something new from scratch, how on earth are you going to look good doing it? Nobody can do that. That's why you're learning. So you have to take that pressure off of yourself. Don't expect to look good. Just focus on consistent practice. That way you'll get to the point where you will look good dancing. If you're kind of stuck overthinking it and being unhappy with how you look dancing, it will discourage you from practicing, and therefore you will never achieve your dance goals. You'll probably quit. This happens so often, so just fight through it. Just keep practicing, stay consistent, you will get results. And number 5, add highlights. What does it mean? Basically, you want to take the movements that you know and upgrade them, make them look more complex. Pick the ones you're comfortable with and then create more complex, more advanced versions of them. Create or learn, right? Let me show you an example. We all know two-step, right? At this point, if you've been watching my channel, this is like the fundamental club dance, party dance move, but it's not very, interesting. It's necessary to do, to start with this one, but it's not interesting. So what we can do to it is upgrade number 1. I will turn it into push of the heel. You're still going side to side, but now there's a bit more going on. So what happens here is I just lift the toes, turn them out as I step open at the same time, and then I just bring the feet to face forward. And then other side, same thing. So for a split second, it's almost like you're standing on your heel. 1, 2, 1, 2. See that? And what I like about this movement is it's that it's going to the toes that go out, they're going to turn the torso for you. So it's like added extra layer of movement, which also makes this move look more interesting because you're not just moving the feet and nothing else, right? Or another upgrade, even more challenging, slide side to side. You're going to still go sideways, but now you're sliding or even gliding the foot. My foot is in the air, so it will be hard to bring it in on this floor. Slide or glide side to side is I would say, very advanced hip-hop movement, something that you want to show off with. So both of these upgraded moves, highlights, they include the basic version of a side-to-side, going sideways. And Michael, remember the student that I mentioned in the beginning who went out and got compliments on his dancing? He was using highlights. He was using those more advanced, eye-catching movements. But before we got to that point, before we got to step 5 of my method, he had to go through all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, before we started to do those more interesting things. Even when you're starting from 0, no confidence, no skills, awkward, like myself, back in the day, it's possible for you to get to the point where you go to a party and you're complimented by strangers on how good you look dancing. And it doesn't take 3 years, like in my case. 3 months, a few months, you can dance like a totally different person if you apply those 5 steps. So please, please, please do that. If you don't want to learn by yourself, if you want somebody's eyes on you, guidance every single step of the way, going through the entire A to Z process until you're a confident, comfortable social dancer, book a call with me. I will be able to help you. So I'm super excited to chat with you guys. The link to book a free consultation with me will be below this video in the description, as well as in the top comment, or just comment help and I will send you the link where you can book directly with me. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will see you in my next video very shortly. Bye.